Efendim şimdi sahneye gastronomiyi yalnızca bir lezzet deneyimi değil, aynı zamanda sanat, tasarım ve mimarinin kesişiminde bir duygu yolculuğu haline getiren çok ünlü bir ismi davet edeceğiz. 2019 yılında gastronominin sınırlarını yeniden tanımlayan konsepti We Are Ona'yı hayata geçiren yenilikçi bir küratör, girişimci ve kreatif yönetmen çok sevgili Luca Pronzato geliyor. Alkışlarınızla lütfen. Luca, welcome. The floor is yours.
Hello everybody. I just need my presentation. Okay, good. Thank you for having me today. I'm super happy and honored to speak to you today. And I will talk about ONA, obviously. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay, it's working. Perfect. So I'm Luca Pronzato. I'm 33 years old. I've been working in the restaurant industry since my 16th birthday. I've been working in the shop of my parents. My parents have an Italian grocery in Paris since 40 years, and then I worked in many different bistros. So I used to work as a section waiter and as a sommelier. I worked also in vineyards, and my last experience was at a Noma restaurant, where I was a section waiter there, and I spent 4 years there. So after and during Noma, I realized how many incredible talents we've been working with in this incredible restaurant that inspired me so much. We've been working with so many different nationalities, and the idea of building one restaurant was kind of limiting to me. I wanted to ask myself how we can let those talents express themselves, right? So having one restaurant would have been limiting to me to do many different projects. And so we created We Are ONA in the idea of creating culinary experiences around the world. So we started, actually this picture is in Turkey. We started by doing only pop-up restaurants. Today, We Are ONA is around 10 pop-up restaurants that are open to the public a year. It's 7 days. We open lunch and dinners, and generally it's open for 100 guests minimum. We do 10 of them, and then we create culinary experiences for our clients, basically luxury brands, and those we do 100 culinary experiences a year around the world, mostly in Europe, but also in the US, Asia, and Middle East. So this one, it's a good example of what we started. The idea of We Are ONA was really to understand different cultures and bring creativity through cuisine in different countries. At the beginning, we started to open restaurants, pop-up restaurants, because we didn't really know what was the event world. So we wanted to create this fusion between event and restaurants. And so the idea, what we knew before, it was really doing service, create an experience for our guests, and we wanted to travel the world, and so we tried many different models. From the first pop-up was in Portugal, where we stayed 6 months. This pop-up in Turkey, we stayed 3 months. We tried to do 1 week pop-ups, and so we found after that this great formula about these 7 days. We do think that it's really impactful when it's less time in a way, and so we started by this. So this was in Kaplankaya in Turkey. And the idea of the birth of We Are ONA was really around how you can bring together this community of incredible talents, but not only chefs and sommeliers and waiters, but also how you can bring together incredible creatives. I always thought that cuisine is one of the biggest part of the creative world, and I wanted to create conversation between chefs, artists, architects, designers, because we do believe that the culinary experience at We Are ONA, it's an addition of details. for me, the quality and to care about a guest is thinking about every detail. And so the idea of these experiences was really combining many different talents. It's for that it's not really about We Are ONA, but it's really about like what we curate and what we choose to bring together to please our guests. So this is really something that is really important to me, the care. So this is something that I really learn in fine dining industries. It's how you can care about people. And so the idea of We Are ONA is to create, think, and be as detailed as much as we can to provide a souvenir for our guests. So this one was, for example, a pop-up that we did with Chef Morisako in New York. It was designed by Hâline, an amazing Russian designer. And so the idea is always that We Are ONA to be able to curate the right experience at the right place. So it's really important, of course, the kitchen part. So we work with 100 different talents a year. The difference between a caterer and We Are ONA, it's we of course take care of all the catering side, but we always curate different chefs. It's really important for us to make sure that the chefs are, how can I say that, are welcome and are free to do whatever they want because they're supported by our kitchen teams. And the great thing about this is we all come from restaurant world, so we kind of speak the same languages as them. And so we always wanted to create experiences that feel like in a restaurant. So we went away from the usual codes of the, I would say, the catering. So as you can see here, for example, it's a pop-up restaurant that we did in New York City. And when we choose a place and we choose a location, we always want to respect where we are. So for example, here, it's in a building in a financial district in New York City. And for me, when I want to create something, I really want the guests to feel where they are. So the notion of time and place that I respect a lot. But for the local, I always want also to create this wow effect by creating restaurants in places that they don't really saw before to be able to be eaten in. So this was a pop-up restaurant that we curated and produced with Marc Le Chélier. He created this long table made of concrete and these massive chairs that was thrown, and the chef was Dalat Kambu. So again, which is really important, and what I always say I want to create is how we can see table as a sculpture, right? So it's really interesting to see the pop-ups a bit like you were going in an exhibition. But the incredible thing about food is the emotion that you create when you eat at a table. So people arrive, they see this. It's a bit like when you were looking at some piece of art or something that it's really it's singular in a way. But after, the great thing about those cultures is like they become yours because you will create a moment that you're going to be eating with, and you're going to create a relationship with this decor, with this sculpture, with this table, and this will create a souvenir. And this is this incredible thing about food and gastronomy. It's like we're able to create memorable experience. So this is another pop-up that we did in New York City with Alexandre de Bétac, an amazing Japanese chef show based in Paris. This one, it was an important one for me that we created with artist Carsten Oller, an amazing German artist. And unfortunately, he's going to close his restaurant, but he created this incredible restaurant called Brutalist, where he wrote a manifesto about what he called the Brutalist kitchen. And basically, you're allowed to only use one ingredient per dish. So it was a really, really, it's an experience that shocked a lot of the people, and everything was monochromatic, so white and black. And the only colorful element of this experience were the guests and the food. So we also do different. I wanted to put this picture there because this one is something that we created in Korea during the Art Week this year with an amazing chef called Mingu. And I just wanted to show this one because we all know that sometimes gala dinners can be like a bit repetitive, and how you can create something that accepts the code and the rules of a gala dinner, but be really creative. So the guests were arriving in this kind of setup that it was a ode to nature, and we were serving around 350 guests. So they're quite big operations as well. So this is something that we did in Turkey not so long ago. So at Tersan, we wanted to give homage to the craftsmanship of Turkey, and we worked with an amazing chef called Sertak Dirish. This one, it's I just wanted also to talk about like the events part. So we create 100 culinary experiences a year, and it's different than when we work for the pop-up because those ones we are making the design of it. So now the We Are ONA team includes 10 different architects that work full-time with us. And so what we like is, for example, for Balenciaga here, is to adapt to the identity of a brand. Through cuisine, we can say a lot of different message and respect a lot of different DNA. And we like to adapt and create a chef, do what we call the culinary direction, and of course the set design. We worked a lot for many different celebrities as well that think the food and the gathering sometimes speak more than doing something more. Just using the food as a big way of expression and using their love for food to create a souvenir linked to their brand. So this one was for Tiffany in Paris. This event is an event that we did with India Madhavi, an amazing designer in Paris, and she wanted to create something extremely different. She thought that our pop-up were like too minimal and too radical in a way, and in a really wide and wide shape. And she wanted to do something really radical, but at the opposite. She created what she called like the grandmother speakeasy. And the chef was an amazing chef from Mexico called Jesus Duran. We also create restaurants for brands. So this one is a restaurant that we opened for Saint Laurent. It's called Saint Laurent Sushi Park, and it's in Paris. And we really love to have these multiple different projects and be creative around so many different clients and DNAs again. And so I will finish by this slide. We're super happy. I always dreamed to create a massive smoke dome. And so this is our next pop-up that we're doing in Abu Dhabi in 10 days with the chef Soleiman Haddad from Moonrise. And so the guests will enjoy an experience around this giant smoke dome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
İstanbul, dünyanın buluşma noktası. Her köşesinde farklı bir hayat, her masasında bambaşka bir hikaye var. Ve artık şehrin en iyi masaları sadece tek tık uzağınızda. Resfor yeni nesil rezervasyon deneyimiyle size şehrin en özel noktalarını sunar. Beklemek ya da telefonda uğraşmak yok. Aradığınız her mekan, en özel masalar sadece avucunuzun içinde. İster Boğaz'da romantik bir akşam, ister arkadaşlarla unutulmaz bir gece. İstanbul'un en özel deneyimleri sizin için hazır. Ama hayat sadece planlı anlardan ibaret değil. Yoğun bir toplantıdayken yıl dönümü bildirimi mi geldi? Endişelenmeyin. Beklenmedik anlarda bile Resfor yanınızda. Tek bir dokunuşla her şey hazır. Unutulmaz anlar ister aylar önceden planlansın, ister son dakikada aklınıza gelsin. Resfor sayesinde hepsi mümkün. Şehrin en iyi masaları, benzersiz anlar, sadece bir tık kadar yakın.